You already know an X-ray sees your bones and skips your skin. But what happens when it meets something it can't get through at all? Bone blocks a lot of the beam. Metal blocks almost all of it. Slide a ring onto a finger, drop a coin into a stomach, set a steel pin in a hip, and the beam hits a dead stop. Nothing reaches the detector, so that spot prints pure blank white, a hole punched straight through the image. That hole is a gift and a curse. A gift because a swallowed coin or a piece of shrapnel shows up in seconds. Metal is the easiest thing in the world to find. A curse because the beam scatters off the metal's edges and sprays bright streaks across everything nearby. Radiologists call it a metal artifact, and one hip implant can wipe out the bone right beside it. Here's the strangest version of all. An airport body scanner is the opposite machine. Its beam is so weak it bounces off your skin and never gets inside, so it sees only your surface. Medical X-ray sees through you and skips the skin. The airport scanner sees the skin and skips the inside. But even a perfect X-ray is blind to one whole half of you, the soft half. And that's the next problem doctors had to beat. If an X-ray sails straight through soft tissue, how does a doctor ever see your gut? This is the blind spot. Your stomach, your intestines, the lining of them are all about as dense as water, and the beam slips through, showing almost nothing. So doctors stopped trying to make soft tissue visible and started coating it instead. They hand you a thick white drink full of barium, a heavy metal that's safe to swallow. It flows through and lines the inside of your gut. Run the X-ray now, and the barium stops the beam, so the whole shape of your digestive tract glows bright white, like someone poured light into the pipes. A blockage or a tear shows up as a break in that glowing line. For blood vessels, doctors inject a different dense liquid and film it live. That's fluoroscopy, a real-time X-ray movie. You can watch bright dye race through the arteries of a beating heart and freeze the exact instant it hits a blockage. You can't make soft tissue dense, but you can fill it with something that is, and turn an invisible organ into a glowing map. Which leaves one last problem. Everything so far is still flat.
One X-ray is a single flat shadow with your whole body squashed onto one layer. So how do doctors get the depth back? They spin the beam. A CT scanner whirls an X-ray all the way around you, firing constantly, catching a shadow from 1,000 different angles. On its own, each shadow is nearly useless, everything still flattened. But a computer takes all 1,000 and works backwards, solving for the one arrangement of dense and soft tissue that could possibly cast every single shadow at once. There's only one answer, and it's you. The machine rebuilds you slice by slice, then stacks the slices into a full 3D body a doctor can rotate, zoom, and slice open on a screen without a single cut. The same humble shadow captured 1,000 times and solved like an equation. This is why a CT can find what a flat X-ray would hide and see around the bone that blocks a single image. But even a CT has a limit. There's one thing it can stare straight at and still miss.
How can a bone be broken while the scan swears it's fine? A fresh hairline fracture can be invisible at first. The crack is paper thin and the two sides are still pressed tight, so there's almost no density change for the beam to catch. The image comes back clean while you're in real pain. Then wait a week. Your body starts clearing damaged bone right at the break to rebuild it. That clearing thins the bone, and a dark line finally appears where the crack was all along. The fracture didn't change. The X-ray caught up. And there's a deeper blind spot. Bone is so good at blocking the beam that it casts a shadow over whatever sits behind it. The cord inside your spine, the brain inside your skull. For those, X-rays hand off to MRI, a machine that ignores bone completely and reads the soft tissue X-rays were never built to see. So every trick, drinking metal, spinning the beam, switching to magnet, exists because one flat shadow was never enough. Want to know what a CT scan actually does to your body and whether the dose is safe? That episode is on the main channel. We read and reply to every comment.